Mr. Smith, one of my constituents accessed Equifax's website, EquifaxSecurity2017.com, to determine if they were affected. They informed me that whether you submit your own identifying information or whether you submit a random name and social security number, you get the same message that you may be affected. What course of action should consumers who haven't received correspondence yet as to whether they're affected or not? What is the course of action? And if they were affected, what are the next steps?
Congressman, it's my understanding that those who have gone online to register and that were not notified immediately, that backlog is completely now drained, if you will. So if you are trying to sign up for the service, if I understand your question correctly, you have now been notified.
Okay, I understand that Equifax currently is waiving fees to freeze and unfreeze your credit. How long is that exemption going to stay in place? Because it's so very important.
It is important. Congressman, we've announced on September 7th the ability to lock and unlock your file at Equifax for free for 1 year from the time you sign up. We've also announced on a product we've been working on for quite some time, effective in January of 2018, the ability to lock and unlock your file with Equifax for life, for free. That'll be the next generation of the lock that we offered in September.
Okay. As CEO, what level of involvement did you have with regard to the data security and data protection?
Yes,
obviously the buck stops with you. I understand that. But what level of involvement did you have?
So, data security reported to a direct report of mine, my general counsel, and I would have active involvement with my general counsel, with the head of security, routinely throughout the year.
Okay. What responsibilities did Ms. Malden, again, the chief security officer at Equifax at the time of the breach, have with respect to data security, data protection, and data breach notification? What were her responsibilities?
Those were core to her responsibilities. She was the head of cybersecurity and physical security in all 24 countries where we operate.
How many briefings did you have with Ms. Malden between March 8th and July 29th of 2017? How many briefings?
I don't recall. We had, as Congressman asked earlier, there are routine meetings in which we go through security strategy, security quarterly reviews, investment decisions required for security. But the actual number of times in that time frame, I don't recall.
Okay, so say half a dozen, a dozen?
That would be a guess. I don't know.
It would be a guess. More than three?
If it's important to you, Congressman, we can find that information.
Give me that information. I appreciate that. What responsibilities did Mr. Webb, the Chief Information Officer at Equifax at the time of the breach, have with respect to data security, data protection, and data breach notification?
Directly, none, sir. He was expected, obviously, as the head of technology to work closely with the head of security, but the security function was a separate function. But you can't do security without IT. You can't do IT without security.
How many briefings did you have with Mr. Webb, again, between March 8th and July 27th of 2016?
If I may just clarify again, on March 8th is when the cert came out saying there was a vulnerability in Apache struts. I was not even notified, to put in perspective, that there was an incident. I didn't know what the incident was until July 31st. So the number of meetings I would have with Dave Webb would not have been related to this incident.
All right, Mr. Chairman, thank you. I yield back.
Thank you very much.